Alright, welcome back, guys. Let's jump in. I have to start this episode like I have the past couple and apologize once again for basically just the factory looking different every time we log in. I continue to have a cough and voice issues, so it's been difficult to regularly record, but I still been poking around the factory. A lot has happened. So I have been messing around in Excel and just kind of going back and forth on everything as far as what I want to do and what I want the factory to look like. And after working in Excel trying to calculate stuff, I finally caved and went to factoriocalculator.com or whatever it is. I was always trying to prevent going there because it kind of felt like cheating or something. But I went ahead and went there. And oh yeah, this takes 5 instead of 4. That's why it's not working all the time. And yeah, so it's kind of helped me realize what I need. So the goal is still the same. It's the goal is 1.25 science per second, and the problem is, turns out we're not quite set up for that yet. And there's a couple of issues, even on the very basic level. Right. So let me go to the map. The train stations, for example. If we are to continue to do what we're doing and not use productivity modules, then we need more than 4 belts of iron. More than 4 blue belts. And I think slightly more than 4 blue belts of copper also. So I guess one solution is to just have more than 4 blue belts. You know, maybe have 2 different iron unloading stations, something like that. I've done that before, but I'll talk about this in a second. Another solution is actually trying to incorporate some productivity modules. So my idea was, let's do productivity modules at the smelter level only. And then, nowhere else. Because that'll be enough to save us some resources and be able to reach our goal while maintaining the 4 belt out issue. So what that means for the furnaces, well, for one, it means we need a bunch more productivity modules, which is why I'm making some here. I might even expand this or double this or something. It also means that we need more space because you just need more factories in here. I mean, yes, people do beacons and broadcast speed modules. I don't really want to do that, so I'm just going to build more, bigger, and I need more. I probably will need more space for that. I don't know if we'll have enough here. Another option is to just do the smelters elsewhere. I kind of like this idea. I'm just kind of thinking about it just now, but literally just have a different train station that loads and unloads for smelting. I did a map one time years ago that the whole thing was train based. Like it was like a train station for the green circuit factory and stuff. That was actually really cool. I'm not trying to do that, but I am going to possibly update a little bit to do an unload and load station for furnaces. We'll see about that. This here, which is not fully visible because of the lack of a radar, whoops, need to build one, is kind of my new idea for a updated an updated train unloading station. It's really not that different. It's just that trains would wait here on this little like loading area before going to the appropriate unload station, so they don't have to wait in line. It also has some other benefits, like I didn't like the entrance and the exit of this thing, how it's like this weird entrance here, and then just to drive by, you have to like go past where the trains are leaving. So I just wanted it to be like a very clear, like in and out setup. So if you notice this, it's like in here on the right, out on the left, that's it. And then it'll just connect to the main track via a roundabout. So it's like you don't need to unload, you won't come near here at all. Okay, anyway, yeah, I think that gets us mostly up to speed. But it's kind of exciting. I mean, we'll need a lot more space if we end up doing the productivity modules. Still muting and unmuting a little bit to cough, so I apologize. Alright, so that's the long-term plan. I think for now, I'm just going to work on getting the rocket part set up. And so on that note, the latest plan of this updated bus was to just have these items on the bus. I have essentially changed my mind about it. After starting to work on the final rocket parts, I'm starting to see how processing units... The two that were most obvious to me were processing units and batteries seem to be reused a lot. So there used to be... This is the yellow science factory right here. There used to be processing units here and I think some battery stuff here. I have deleted them. I'm going to start right here to just doing an overall production of processing units and batteries, sulfuric acid, and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of that will be incorporated onto the bus. Okay, so now for processing units, you actually need sulfuric acid. So I'll start with sulfuric acid. This is used for different things. Let's see. Yeah. The other thing I was a little bit frustrated with my build is like it wasn't very... I was sort of doing halfway in between things. Like either I was like building for a plan or trying to make it expandable. Anyway, I want it to be a little bit more modular and adjustable. So, all right, so let's just start. I think what I want to do is have a spot for sulfuric acid here. The belt can be here. That's going to load in iron and sulfur. Of course, iron's going to come off the bus. Sulfur will need to be made. So again, I'm sort of winging this on purpose. I don't want to have to know how many of each thing to make. But I want to build it in a way that makes it adjustable, so... Alright, now the pipes are tricky, so let's make sure we can work those out. So you can't quite do this, because then you get the conflict here. So, you could do it... The water could be here, and then... Or even less, like that, maybe. Nope, that doesn't work. I know if I leave a gap by one, it makes it easier, but I kind of like not having to have a gap. Maybe this? Nope. Why is this so hard? So here's an idea. 2 out, and then leave the gap here. So that way, yeah. Yeah, then you got gas and water. I feel like fluids are one of those things I understand the least about in this game. Like I've always just said, like, hook it up and it'll work. But it's not exactly true. Like, there's certain things about how long the pipe is and stuff like that. My approach is I'll just kind of keep my eyes open for throughput issues. I also typically just... There's water to the south, so I've just been, like, going all the way down to the water every time I need water. This pipe... What is this for? Need this? Does this go anywhere? No. I'm gonna just delete those. Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's currently using them for this. I'll delete this first, hold on. We'll come back down. I actually have a big blueprint that I made that I'm gonna reuse. I almost built out the entire, like, rocket parts. And then I wanted to delete them to start over because I wanted to do the batteries and processing units separately. But I saved it as a blueprint, so I'll be able to recreate it a lot faster. I'll do that for now. Okay, so sulfur. Now, let's get iron up here. I guess it's really, I really want it like that. Then have it there, so that way it's only on the side. Yeah, perfect. Okay. And then we'll need water. Oh, we might have an issue here. See, now I'm tempted to just space these out by one. Right, so how do you get the water? You kind of don't, right? Or, here's an idea. What if rotated like this? Then you could put... Wait. I feel like if I'm going to do that, it's going to be spaced out by one anyway, so... Might as well do this. You move the inserter down. That, I think, works. It's supposed to be water. Should there be water in this? What's going on? Oh, I didn't connect it. I'm trying to spread concrete when I can, so let me actually add some flare. There we go. A little bit more is fine. Alright. Alright, so now it's working. Oh. I don't need these out inserters. So I'm going to put this on the bus, essentially. Do I need a tank for it? Probably not. But I think I'm going to do it anyway. Also makes me wonder how pumps can help with fluid stuff. I don't know. Again, we'll just hit the throughput issues when we come to it. Wait, what is this? This must have been for an older build. So this is going to have to be kind of down here below the science belts. Yeah, like that. I'll probably have it go the other way also. Oops. Because I want this to reach all the way to the trains. Wait a minute. Okay. This is going to be the white science belt. So this is kind of wrong. Okay, what's happening? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just delete all this water pipe stuff. Water is officially not on the bus. Oops. Okay. Basically all this is going to get destroyed anyway. I'm making sulfuric acid elsewhere now. So we can just bring it up instead. I think that's in the right place. Let's see. One more down. Okay. I'd like to line up the underground belts. I'm doing a pipe bus. It looks nicer. Alright, so now my little productivity module factory should continue to work with the sulfuric acid. So now, I guess I'll take the sulfuric acid all the way to the train station now. Which is a decent journey, I admit. Let's get started. We'll run out of belts. I mean, we'll run out of pipes, maybe. Okay, let's stop by the logistics area. Let's get rid of what we can. Okay, so we've been having a lot of I added some artillery cannons down here, so it's using a belt and it's taking up tons of shells just sitting on the belt. So for a while the defense train was just running and running and running back and forth. We're kind of finally backed up again. Also, we're fully phasing out regular ammo and only shipping uranium ammo, or whatever it's called. I think it's uranium. Yeah. So that will require me to go manually fix some of the defense outpost areas. Okay, so okay, I'll do it this way. Yeah, I guess I'll just do it like this. Like this kind of thing, is there any advantage to like every once in a while doing a pump or something like that to just see, like, we're doing all this work to try to make sulfuric acid, right? So, I mean, all this can be deleted now, which is great. Piping in water and all that stuff. We don't need the water. I always stop on a train track to make sure I'm not going to get hit by a train. This happened too many times. Okay, we're good. Coast is clear. Okay, see, this doesn't go anywhere now. Still need the light oil, that's for fuel for the trains. And then this is still needed. This goes to the uranium train. I think we need that. So it just turns, yeah. Okay. All right. Back to the rest of it. See our uranium belt here. It's really filling up with the activated uranium. That's pretty cool. The only reason that bright green uranium is getting moved over here is, I mean, I think it's literally just for the fuel. Meaning just for the fuel for that one train, the defense train. Kind of excessive for that one purpose, but oh well. What? Maybe I'm making other things. I don't actually remember. Because the ammo is unrefined. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let me move back to the right. Keep on making stuff. Get the processing units going. Alright, so that's sulfuric acid. That helps with batteries and with processing units, so it's pretty important. Okay. Processing units is pretty simple now that we have that. I'm going to build it kind of close to this transformer, and I think we need quite a bit of these. Well, let me just make one, then I'll copy it. My thought is I'm going to use blue belts. I'm not sure. I know it takes a lot of green circuits, so I want to go ahead and just use a blue belt. Okay. So that's 10. I mean, we'll almost certainly need more than that, but that extends pretty high up there. So this is gonna be red and green. Oops, here we go. Oh no, we don't need that. And then a blue. You can see I was doing the same thing here. There's a bunch of stuff that needs to be deleted. Okay. Oh, yeah, now we gotta hook up the sulfuric acid. So should we just connect it here? I mean, is that cheating? Seems like we might as well, right? If this is 10, it's the rate here, 10 seconds, yeah, so just do a little thing like that. Get it going. Now we could move the sciences. No, I don't want to. Possibly, I'm gonna go to the other two directions on this. Honestly, yeah, I mean, I might even go all the way back to the logistics area for this. So if this is like about 1 per second, that's 20 circuits per second. That's pretty crazy. It's about all that can fit on that one blue belt. Yeah, I mean, I think we need to change this design, actually. Alright, so check this out. We just shifted by 1. Now, for red, it's just 2 to 1, so like 10, 1 per second is 2 per second. That's fine for a yellow belt. And then we just use red inserters. And I'm still going to use a blue underground because that's long, but then red here. Okay, now let's reset here. Okay. Yeah, I take it back. I'll move it over 1. Uh-oh. There's some mixing going on. So I know it's not feeding it fast enough to use this blue belt, but I'm going to build it that way for now, and then I'm going to pick up all this. There we go. I think that's a better design in the long run. Okay. Also, the other thing I found out from calculator is this right here is likely, unless I did something wrong, is not enough green circuits. So I essentially want to make 3 of these. Not sure. I mean, the red's actually fine. I think this is a good setup for red, but for green, we need to like increase it. So maybe I'll do another one to the left of it because the furnaces are likely gonna move anyway. Move where? I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. We could landfill the lake and do it there, or do it up here. Could be kind of cool. Okay, let's do batteries real quick. And then I'll probably be done. Gotta go back to work. Yeah, so batteries. Simple. Do it in between these 2 substations. We had 6 of them, let's say. No, this is the same question as before. Can we do it with chemical plants being adjacent? We know it has inputs. Oh yeah, I mean, I think it's just this. Because you're going to need a belt in between. Oh, by the way, I'm getting a lot of things destroyed. It's like what you would expect. It's like usually on the corner. It's usually a pipe. So, I don't know. We need some kind of solution for that. Wait. Okay. Let's do this correctly. Don't need that. Kind of want to just cheat again. I mean, I guess we have the bus, so let's just use it. Let's just use it. It's no big deal. Okay. Oh yeah, so then iron and copper. There's so many things I do that actually make my life harder, but I still like to do it. You know, like I feel like just upgrading to blue belts everywhere would be so much easier. But I can't help just not wanting to do it. I don't really know why. I guess I like the knowledge. Yeah, that's fine. I like things looking like they're done on purpose. Oh boy. Don't do that. Looks weird. Alright, and then this is going to be a yellow belt coming down. Do the same sort of balancing act. that we did on the blue circuits. All right, two-sided. All right, let me fill my inventory with... Wow, didn't fill it very much. And then dump everything. So I've been looking at things. I noticed that Dyson Sphere program got a big update that incorporates combat, and I still haven't seen the update from when they added logistics drones. So I think I'm going to go back to that game soon too, and hopefully make some videos about it. Alright, so let's review. Here's this. I made it this way for a reason. Actually, let's do one more thing before I end the episode. I want to go and... So I have that factory that's making productivity modules, and there's a separate area within that that's making processing units, and I want to get rid of that. Yeah, like we don't even need this. Or this, or this, or this. We just need... Oops. Wait a minute. Is this supposed to be a blue belt? No. Oh, weird. It actually... Maybe that is supposed to be a blue belt. I'll just change it to be blue. And then this one will be yellow. We just need it to be on the left side of this belt, so we can come up and do that. There we go. Okay. We got 40 more. It's not nearly enough, but I mean, we could just boost this right now. It's like a straight line factory, which is kind of simple but cool. Why is this? Okay, that's on its way. The ratios aren't perfect, so let's do that, and then maybe like one more of these. No idea. That's probably good enough. So the only, the only assessment of if this is efficient is if this machine is always working, which it is not always working. The final machine up here. Because it doesn't get enough tier 2 inputs. So now there's 3 making tier 2. But we'll just watch stuff, you know, like if it turns out we're not getting enough, this stuff is not getting enough blue enough processing units, then it means we walk over here and we boost this. Of course, this may not be boostable if green circuits are lacking, so that's another thing to keep an eye on. So we're not putting everything on the bus. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's required that's not going to go on the bus, like flying robot frame, electric engine, all the sub pieces like low density structure, rocket control unit, etc. Solid fuel, rocket fuel. But I do like this. I like this idea. Okay, so future stuff. We got redoing the furnaces. We got expanding the green science. Sorry, no, expanding the green circuits. And we have what else? Steal those. Yeah, the big furnace redo. You know, the more I think about it, I don't want to do a train station for it. But I mean, when you add productivity modules, it really blows up. And it almost doubles like the size of what you need. It kind of depends. I mean, if we redo this train station, which I do want to do, then that does free up a bunch of space here. So maybe this could become more furnaces. We'll see. Maybe that'll be the next episode. Alright, so let's just clean up our inventory and be done. I love having a logistics area. This is like my bank / organization area. So many storage chests. Makes me feel like I can always just dump stuff in there whenever I want. Still, tons of open space too. And if you do it this way, the icons show up. So it just automatically tries to put one item of a kind in each box. So it's pretty easy to just look and see how much you have of stuff. So like I can just see I have 226 productivity modules level 3. You can also just remove stuff you want to, use up or whatever. We got a nuclear power plant doing well. It's not really running much these days because our factory is kind of in hiatus. For the most part, because we're not researching right now. So eventually we'll get back to researching, and that's going to drive the energy up. And then you'll really see the nuclear power supplementing the solar. I mean, it's still working in the nighttime. Say the steam turbine. Just not very much, and it doesn't necessarily need to. Like the accumulator distribution could probably handle this. But anyway. Alright. I'll see you guys next time.